Okay, I think we need to maybe pump the brakes on this whole King of the Hill remake. It seems like it might could be cursed. I mean, maybe this is what happens when you try to bring it back without the original voice of Dale. I don't know. But y'all, we have more King of the Hill news, and it's not news that I wanted to cover or wanted to happen. But King of the Hill voice actor Jonathan Joss was killed in a Texas shooting after an argument with his neighbor. Actor Jonathan Joss, best known for his voice work on the iconic animated TV comedy King of the Hill, was shot dead by a neighbor in Texas, according to the latest report. Now, Joss, who voiced John Redcorn on the long-running cartoon, got into an argument with a neighbor at his home in San Antonio Sunday night when that neighbor allegedly pulled out a force multiplier and shot him several times. So this is very, very, recent. This happened just last night. It's just now getting out there. I didn't see this when I was pulling stories at 4 a.m. Yes, I do wake up to troll the internet for all of the absurd at 4 a.m. just for you guys. And I'm a nerd. The unnamed gunman then fled the scene in a vehicle but was arrested by police just a block from the residence. Y'all, what is going on with King of the Hill actors and, well, just King of the Hill? Now, Joss unfortunately died at the scene despite paramedics' best efforts to save him, TMZ reported. He was 59 years old. In addition to his character on King of the Hill, Joss, who has Native American ancestry, also had a recurring role on Parks and Recreations as Chief Hayote. And let's see what is going on here. Unbelievable. Society's devolving faster than any other time in human history. Was the argument over propane gas? No, it was over Nancy Gribble. When one has to wonder what's wrong with people every day, it doesn't bode well for our future. He was also Joff the robot on Craig Ferguson's late night show. Awesome host. Whenever they or one in a show they need to bring back. So yeah, this is definitely very recent news. There is not a lot on or going on or any more information. So I will try to bring you that as it comes out. But this is definitely looking really weird. We also have, like I said, you guys, there were a lot of losses. So I am trying to get all of these in. It looks like John Brekas, Emmy Award-winning host of ESPN's Sports Science, dead at 54 after a battle with depression. And, just if you're struggling with something, if things look dark, please reach out to someone. The sun will come out again. I know it sounds trite, it sounds cliche, but don't, take a permanent solution for something that is a temporary rough patch, even, if it feels like a current long rough patch. John Brekas, the six-time Emmy Award-winning host and co-creator of Sports Science, the program, has passed away following a battle with depression. A message posted on his social media pages announced Sunday. He was just 54 years old. It is with profound sadness that we share the news that John Brekas passed away, the message read on X. John, co-founder of Base Productions, founder of Brink TV, and co-creator and host of six-time Emmy Award-winning Sports Science, had been battling depression. John lost his fight with this terrible illness on May 31st, 2025. His heartbroken family and friends request privacy at this time and encourage anyone who is struggling with depression to seek help. Members of the NFL and sports media community paid tribute to Brekas in the wake of Sunday's tragic news. This is incredibly sad. John was so good at what he did. Sincerest condolences to his family and friends. Rest in peace, John. ESPN's Adam Schefter penned Monday on X. Prayers up for John Brekas and his family, for former NFL quarterback Robert Griffin III wrote on X Sunday. Christy Dosh, a contributor for Forbes who had previously covered the business of college sports at ESPN, also reflected on his legacy. Just saw the news of John Brinkus passing over his Facebook profile. So heartbreaking. Sports Science was an incredible show. I've never heard anything but good things about him during my time at ESPN, she wrote on Sunday. So this is another person who has lost this weekend, but we also had, I swear I pulled it. Unfortunately, another loss that we had this weekend was Valerie Mahaffey of Northern Exposure, and young Sheldon passed away at 71 years old. So not the Newsy Nugget I wanted to get out to you guys, not happy, but let's listen to a little bit more about her. Now, I know I'm probably committing redhead sacrilege, but she wasn't the baby nun in Sister Act 2, right? Well, I mean, both Sister Acts, but she wasn't the baby nun in Sister Act as well, not 2 as in. Valerie Mahaffey, veteran actress whose myriad of television roles include Northern Exposure, for which she won an Emmy, Desperate Housewives, and Young Sheldon, passed away on Friday after a battle with cancer. She was 71. I've lost the love of my life, and America has lost one of its most enduring actresses. Her husband, actor Josh Kell, told Variety she will be missed. Mahaffey's first ongoing TV role was as Ashley Bennett in the NBC soap The Doctors, for which she earned a Daytime Emmy nomination in 1980. She went on to appear in the comedy miniseries Fresno in 1986 and had one-offs on series such as Newhart, Cheers, Seinfeld, and Quantum Leap, and then played Senator's daughter, Caitlin Van Horn, in the Washington, D.C. Set sitcom The Powers That Be in 1992. On Northern Exposure, she appeared in multiple episodes as a hypochondriac, Eve, earning her first Emmy win in the supporting actress category. She finished the 90s with roles on Wings, The Client, ER, and kept busy in the aughts with appearances on West Wing, Frasier, CSI, Private Practice, and other shows, then had an arc on the United States of In season 3 of Desperate Housewives, she played Orson Hodges' first wife, Alma. I never watched my Desperate Housewives, so y'all, I am all lost as to who she really is. I will say the thing that probably I remember more is young Sheldon as the English teacher. But again, it just seems like a day that we should acknowledge the people that we've lost, even if, we only knew them as familiar characters that kind of were in our shows that kind of made us feel safe and comfortable because, they were episodes. It was in the 80s, so everything got wrapped up in 30 minutes. Unless you were on a daytime soap, then everything sort of got wrapped up in, 20 minutes until next episode. But sorry to be the bearer of bad news for these losses, but I hope for healing and comfort and support for all of the families and all the people involved in these stories. And if you're struggling with depression or, things like that, please reach out, please. Just do it. I know it seems scary and I know it seems like, hey, it's really, really dark, but please reach out if you need help. Bye, you guys. Remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, but have a sassy mouth and carry a can of bitch fire, except, maybe let's all just be a little kinder to one another and perhaps cancel the new King of the Hill. I'm just saying.